Dude. Dude, this is my stuff.
This is like the best of 80s and 90s jams going on in the background
that
here.
snare drum is just like my favorite. And
Great day to play. Great day to play.
It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah. I was trying to harmonize.
You didn't harmonize and you were in an octave lower. You got to do one or the other.
I was harmonizing.
Or else it just like makes, no. You were harmonizing like a 6.5.
Yeah.
Like you weren't like a 6, you weren't like a 7th, you were like a 6.5.
I may have been a little bit flat. But I tried. We're practicing. You came back from the Philippines and you're like, we can't sing for crap.
Whoa. Never said that.
You did. You said,
no.
Those guys are so good over there.
Well, they are good over there. That's true.
We got to practice more. So I'm practicing.
We do need to practice more. What am I trying to, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to harmonize?
Perfect.
I was really confused at what you were trying to do really quick, especially because you started off really high.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, practice. We did good.
Today, we are here. So Jimin of BTS released his solo album. Did I really just...
Oh, had a stroke. Had a stroke. All good.
I'm still on Philippines time, man. That's what I blame. Released it is. What the hell?
I don't know.
I'm like a 4-year-old. I'm like my son right now.
Yeah, released it.
Hey, Daddy, did you release it in your album yet?
Yeah.
Can I have some strawberries? Strawberries. All right.
Jimin.
And
I can guarantee one person that's already seen this video.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sure she's seen it a ton. But Brad and I actually did. He did a pre-release song that Brad and I did while we were out there because it came out. This one came out while we were mid-flight. So it's like, you know what? We got to do this. We got to do this with Lulu. We got to do this with Lulu. So everybody gets a little piece of something. So this one is like crazy. I think the album total has 6 songs.
Okay.
And then on the physical album, that there's a secret track, I've heard.
Oh.
Lauren does have the physical album.
Wow.
So
already.
But
okay.
Oh yeah, she pre-ordered it. But I think that we will have to find a CD player because that's the thing that sucks. It's great to have them, but you can't, like, that song isn't available. I'm sure at some point we could probably find a cracked version of it, but like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's the only thing that sucks.
If
it's on the CD, you have to find a CD player and then like a CD writer to be able to write it.
Put it in your PS2 or something.
No, but I mean, like, I want to listen, like, to have it on your phone though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to write it on your computer, like old school.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like when you were loading your like CDs and your iPods.
Bring up Nero, the burner program.
Dude. Yeah.
Wow.
My Mix or Mix
Windows,
Station or whatever.
Windows Media.
Yeah. With the cool little, like, you put like the little like EQ in the background there. Anyway, that's what we're here doing today. I hope that you guys enjoy this. This one's already gone crazy. It looks like it's probably doing about twice as well as
it's gone like
pre-release.
Crazy.
It's gone crazy because see what I did there?
I did it.
Yeah, but I said it already.
Yeah, but
crazy.
you said it already, but I said it better.
Yeah. Okay. But like crazy.
Sorry.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. Check out our live streams Saturdays noon Central Time, and you can check out our brand new single "My Light" out on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and all the other places the music exists now. But without further ado, let's go. Boom.
I think we could last forever.
Oh, he's whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
That everything will disappear.
Yeah.
There's some swooshy in it.
Just trust me.
It's like just a vocal chop there.
Baby, 생각하지만 there's not a bad thing here tonight. Baby, 떠나도 좋아. 있어 오늘까지만. Watch me go, and I just 밤새도록 away. 아침도 취했어 오지 않게. 시키던 음악 속에 희미해진 나. 드라마가
been a while. It's been a while since we've done K-pop, and
yeah.
I have to say that I miss the production.
Yeah.
Now, nothing against Filipino pop. There's some of the best music I've ever heard in my life, but the mixing and mastering in K-pop is out of control.
So it's interesting. Keep going.
It's just the pristinity.
Yeah, the pristinity
of like when you're wearing headphones and like being our audio is the right word, audio
files.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sure.
I was
Yeah,
hoping it wasn't some other kind of something that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
But being an audio engineer, audiophile, like that, I love to hear it, like the way that it kind of wraps around everywhere and kind of finds its own spot, and it's so crisp and clean.
I mean, look, people. There's a couple of things that we should address. One, people don't like necessarily the fact that like people call K-pop a machine, but it is, and it's not bad, guys. Every single music industry, the U.S. music industry is a machine. It's just a bad running machine. It just, their focus for the machine is different. They say, we're going to take an artist that we're going to just pump music into. Like, they have to have some talent, they have to look good, and we're going to pump music into them.
Yeah.
Right? And we're just going to make it for hit radio and to sell out stadiums and to do live shows, because they can't sell physical albums here anymore. Like, it's just not a thing, right? But K-pop's machine is like, they have the process down from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like, you have a rookie group start, and the production value is still as good as it is in this song, right?
Yeah.
Because like the people that are producing those, the way that they've been taught is all similar across the board, that you could probably go and find any number of producers out there that would be able to mix and master it the same way, because that's how they've been taught to do it. They've finally honed that in. They know exactly how to use and when to use certain things. I'm gonna call this out right now, because like one of the things, there was even people attacking for his last song that he did. There was a heavy use of auto-tune in there, but it was made like it was like half like almost like talk rap, right? It was specifically made to do that. And people were like coming out and just like, why is he using auto-tune? It's just like, stop.
It's style.
Stop. It's style.
Stylistic.
And as producers, we can tell you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. Like if you're out there and you're watching and you're a brain surgeon and I need brain surgery, I'm not going to go to Lucas and I'm going to be like, hey, Lucas, I need some brain surgery, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Can you operate?
Yes.
I'm not going to survive that.
No,
okay?
you won't. You won't. But
the people that are out there that are trying to play producer, trying to play manager, that like just don't understand the nuances of it. It's just like trust me, guys. Like I thought that it was great. I thought it was a great use of autotune and a great use of his voice. But they get it. Like every single aspect, it's so well thought out. And we talked a little bit about in the Philippines. I'm not gonna say who I talked to about these things, because I don't know. I don't know if like people want to talk about these things or wanted to know. But I talked with quite a few people, and there was a consensus that I had found across many different people that we talked to out there, that it seems like a lot of the producers out there, and it's not that they're not produced well. Like, this is the thing that you guys have to understand. But everywhere that you go produces things different, right?
Right.
Like you could go to Chicago, you could go to Atlanta, you could go to LA. There's going to be a different type of sound.
Right.
But P-pop specifically is trying to not necessarily emulate, but make their own version of the K-pop format, and that is being the all-arounders, right? The aesthetics, the dancing, the huge, heavy synth pop sounds that make for these amazing, larger-than-life cinematic, not just MVs, but also live performances. Right? But with that, pop music, especially heavy synth music, is probably some of the hardest music to mix.
It is so far that I've mixed.
And I mean, you could probably put like electronic and house and stuff into there, but that all comes from the same place, right? They're drawing elements for those. So when you have this heavy electronic pop stuff, and let's say the people that are there right now are used to mixing and mastering OPM style music, right? These big ballads that have very similar sounds to like the 80s and 90s.
Right.
That sound is entirely different. It's not better or worse. It's a different sound, and they do that wonderfully. But the people that do that don't have experience in mastering sounds and mixing sounds like this,
yes,
and then try to, you can hear it.
The clarity's not there.
Right.
Yes.
Because what ends up happening is like there's not as much space that you need to create for the vocals
Right.
in those types of songs. You have real instruments generally, right? You have some piano, you have some guitar, you have some bass. That's it. You don't have to create a bunch of space, and the vocal mixes in with it. But in pop music, the vocals really need to sit on top, but still within.
Yes, and it's so hard.
And you have to do vocal layering, like, and that's the biggest thing. I've heard a lot of songs that we've done from there now, and it's like they miss the layers, so then it doesn't bring it out to the front enough, and they mix bringing it to the front, like they mix it like it's one of those other songs. And the problem is those other elements are so strong, those heavy synths are so strong, the heavy 808s are so strong that it's just like the vocals almost get lost.
Yeah, you don't make enough space. You don't make enough space in the mids.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff going on the low, and it's not bad. It's just muddier than this.
Correct.
Yes.
And yeah,
It's like, and just recently, I was mixing Wyatt.
Yeah.
The version that we did from scratch. We made it from scratch, and I was mixing it, and because I need so much space.
Yeah.
I ended up creating too much space in the song, and it sounded dumbed down. So then I had to restart the mix. And
we literally started back from scratch.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to mix this kind of music. That song and the original version of that song, I have to say, is mixed unbelievably well.
But SB19, I think, is also a difference because they write and produce the vast majority of their own stuff, and the people that they worked with had experience mixing that genre of music.
Right.
Like you can tell the groups that are doing that. Like I think that what happens is people are like, oh, I want to go with big name X mixer or producer, right? Because he's got a big name for himself, so we're going to go with him. And it's not that big name X producer doesn't do good things, but big name X producer might not produce that style. So what he hears is going to be very, very different than what you're going for.
Right.
And that's, I think, what's happening is a lot of times the people that they're bringing in, they haven't done this. Right. And especially a lot of producers from America, they're not used to doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
They're not.
It's a skill set.
Yeah. So anyway, saying all of that, this is done incredibly well.
Yes.
And Jimin's voice is one of those voices where like you have to be so careful with it because his voice is so high and so airy and so fluttery that like you have like bringing it to the front without overdoing it because
Like
you compress a voice like this and like which it needs because it has to be compressed to bring forward without cutting out some of the high end. Like all you're gonna get is this really yeah. Like it's very, very well done here. Very crazy. His voice is so freaking high. Like, dude.
I'd rather be lost in the lights, lost in the lights. I'm out of my mind. Hey, 밤이 quitte 잡아줘. You spin me up high, 너를 보면 다.
That's crazy.
Dude. Dude, this is my stuff.
This is like the best of 80s and 90s jams going on in the background
that
here.
snare drum is just like my favorite. And the way that, not the synth bass that just came in, but before, that bass, the way the kick drum was on top of the bass. And then the only time you really heard the bass was when the kick drum, when the clang came out of it.
Yeah.
Dude.
This really reminds me of like it sounds very, very like the New Weekend songs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they're coming from that genre too. Like they're one of the first, I feel like, to do that genre on a mass level really well.
What's cool is like, so synth pop came back. Like this is like the synth pop kind of stuff. It came back in electronic music.
Yeah.
Like just general electronic music, no vocals or anything. A couple years ago, and what seems to always happen is the underground electronic music gets something, and then we bring it into the pop music, and then they get something again, and we bring it into the pop music because like they learn how to make people move, and then we're like, okay, well, we'll put some vocals on.
Yeah, It's funny, Brad. So Brad and I were actually talking because I've been showing him more and more of K-pop, P-pop, like styles like this because he comes actually from a heavy like electronic music back. Like that's what he does is a lot of like the sampling, but a lot of like the really really big like house and electronic music. So he's like, man, this like sounds like so and so from 2012. And I'm just like, yeah, but that's what's big now in pop world because that's not the stuff that ever makes it mainstream, right? Like you're thinking of like the underground stuff, and and on top of that, now we get the cool sounds that came out of the 80s that had to be manually done, right? Like you think of like our piano back there that's got the 8 original synth sounds.
Right.
But now you get to do fun things with them. Now you get to EQ them different. Now you get to build on them. Now you can layer those synths and
the vocals, like the cleanest vocals on top of it. It's like, oh my gosh, like what like the 80s had 80s had like the way that they mixed their vocals. It was like pretty muddy. It was pretty it was pretty like whatever. The compression was like all right, but it was cool because the background was so cool and it made you move. Yeah. But now with this and like you said, the weekend, it's like, oh shoot, like it's complete now.
Yeah.
Like the puzzle is now complete.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's people that are like, no, it was better before because it was more raw and it was more blah.
Yeah.
But
music changes, guys.
I have a different taste.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and our ears get used to this, though.
Yes.
Right? Like, this is the thing. Our ears are now used to, with pop vocals, the pop vocals being in the front, being able to hear and discern what they're saying and what's happening, and them being tuned.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily mean heavy auto-tune either, because I know everybody goes, they don't use to.
Yeah,
I promise you, every
Yeah, they do.
single artist you've ever heard, not necessarily live, but every single artist you've ever heard that's ever made an album, ever, through any type of real studio, every single one of them. No, but I know, I swear this person,
Let's say
single,
every commercially successful artist.
Yes.
There are artists. I'm sure there's an artist out there that doesn't, but like
every single one of them does tuning, and that is just normal, guys. And it's because our ears are different. It's not like, and this is one of the big things out of the 80s, right? You'd have your guitar, you'd have your bass, you'd have everything, and everything was tuned to each other, right? So everything's a little bit off. The vocals are a little bit off, but it all sounds right because everything's just slightly off. We don't have that anymore. When you play a note into a system now, that note is on perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Your bass note's perfect. Everything's perfect. So if your vocals also aren't matching that, like it could be, and I understand that maybe some of you guys don't get this, but like if I sing a note, I could be singing an E. There is 49 cents below and 49 cents above. And a cent is just a small fraction of that note in terms of higher or lower. That still allow that note to be
that note,
an E.
Yeah.
And as soon as it hits -50 or negative whatever, now some of it's going to start sounding closer to E flat. Some of it's going to start sounding closer to F. But there's all these little increments in between there. So that's not wrong. The note's not wrong, but it still needs to be in line with everything else. So if I'm 18 cents below on my E and all the other stuff is right on and perfect, I need to slightly move that up or it's going to sound like it clashes, especially when you start adding in harmonies and things like that.
Yeah.
Because now I have Lucas's lower harmony, which is -10 cents. My mid harmony, which is -15 cents. Lucas's upper harmony, which is +5 cents. And my upper harmony, which is +20 cents. And now, between all of them,
I can
there's
hear it now.
a 40-cent difference. And you have to bring those all closer to each other, even though the notes were actually all the right note.
Yes.
So,
And especially in this kind of music, because everything's so perfect. You can if you have a non-tuned vocal and you mix it the best you can,
doesn't matter.
And then you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to put the tuning on. Oh,
There
dude,
it is.
this sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't fit into the mix.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't anymore.
Right. And again, if it's more of a live recording, if it's done in that format, we're not talking about that. That's completely different. But when you do them and you record them on a commercial level, this is a standard.
Yeah.
This is a standard. All right.
Yeah, but they didn't.
So-
Yeah, they did.
They did. Anyway, bring on the flame. It's like Fantastic Four. Flame on.
I mean, that was a 10-minute rant.
People love our rants.
Dude.
겨울 속에 비친 나이
Ooh.
하염없이 미쳐가 I'm feeling so alive wasting time
Oh my God.
I'd rather be lost in the lights lost in the lights I'm out of my mind 이 밤이 끝이 잡아줘 You spin me up high 너를 보면 die Let me have a taste Give me a good ride Falling, falling, falling Oh, it's gonna be a good night Forever you This is what break me This is gonna break me No, don't you break me I wanna stay in this dream Don't save me Don't you try to save me I need a way we can dream on
God.
Alone again. What's the point?
That chocolate?
I don't think it was like wow. It was like do you remember when he was in the hallway? It was like almost like mud or like oil or something was like kind of pouring in.
I had my eyes closed
Okay.
for a lot of it. I was listening.
Yeah, it's I would have to hear all of them in order. There's definitely a story here. Set Me Free Part 2 definitely was like dropping F-bombs and stuff, like F the haters and stuff like that. Basically, F my opponents, like screw that.
Yeah.
So this was like kind of him. And my guess is that when he's talking a lot about like in this one, like he's talking about like let me feel that, it's kind of like that mud holding you down, kind of like it's almost like a very visual form of that.
Yeah.
It seemed like in this song. But man, dude, his vocals are nuts.
Did you like something was different about this song? Like I felt like this spatially, it wasn't just here and here.
I mean,
Like,
we could check. It might have been so a big mixing thing now is
Atmos?
being done on Atmos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
So
it was like everywhere.
So it very, very well could have been. And it depends on part of what I heard is like that backing, like vocal chop that was happening. Like,
Yeah.
that seemed like it was moving a lot. So they might also have it on like a Atmos program where like, you know what I mean? Instead of going just from like this, because it wasn't staying in one place. It wasn't just moving left to right. So it could have been moving stereo like all around where it
was
pushes out like
wild.
this and pushes back like this.
Like the hi-hat was like here.
Yeah.
Like that, dude, that was wild. Like I was trying, that's why I closed my eyes, because I was like, something else was happening here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Atmos is the next thing, man. The
It
problem
is.
is that
It is.
it depends on how it's mixed in hearing it, because if you mix for that, it can create some weird phasing things on regular headphones.
Not these ones.
Because but we're wearing like a professional headset.
Yeah, get
right.
Get
the
you know what
good headphones.
Dude, get good headphones.
Yeah. Because
wanna-
that's the only issue that I know that happens sometimes is like you'll get some weird phase effects sometimes, but at the same point in time, like it's so cool.
We should look into it.
Atmos?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's available through Wave or Slate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably already have it and don't even know it.
Probably.
We have so many programs at this point.
Oh, yeah.
That we have not even taken for a test
I
drive.
feel like I don't even like hearing that's us right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I remember scraping and searching the internet for plugins.
for like free plugins and stuff.
Yeah, and just trying to find
And
like
now we're just
we
like-
have we have plugins we haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
Like
because whenever I like find a sale, like just like
life's good, dude.
let's do it.
Life's good.
We're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's great. All right, guys, what did you think about this one? Please make sure leave your comments down below. We do love to read them. Stay tuned for some more big announcements that are coming soon.
Did you throw up?
A little bit.
Okay. Good.
And check out our brand new song, My Light, out now on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. If nobody told you that they love you today, please do not forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome in this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least,
It was a great day to play.
thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
Bye.